All right, we are back. It is time to talk some sports again. Sports time. I'm Ralph Groot here with Brandon. What's been going on in the sports world?
Not too much. I know we just saw the we've been just kind of been watching the World Cup.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't get a chance to do much sports prep today or watch any. Usually, I'm kind of on the talk shows and the podcast and all that kind of stuff. But I didn't get a chance to get around to any of that today. But I do know, like I said, there is some, like you said, there's some World Cup going on. Seems to be a lot of excitement going on around that. A lot of people are visiting the country of the United States for the first time and discovering like delicacies and what what we like to do, and like they're finding Buckies and like restaurants and all kind of stuff. Oh, like, oh, the food here is so much, better. Or I don't know about better, but you get more here than you do where we come from, and so that's always, real cool to hear about, because you hear so much negativity about the country and stuff. So it's kind of a good thing, in that way,
Mm.
So
Right, pretty cool to see them, see
yeah,
all the people coming in. It's like, man, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's probably a little hot for them, but uh, I know that I don't know what you want to call it, Arlington, Dallas Stadium, whatever they say, but I think there's some visitors, and usually where they're from is like in the 60s, I think, and so like 95 is probably like killing them, but we're kind of built for it more or less. So.
Right. The stuff is the good thing is the games are inside the building.
Yeah, that's true. And same thing in Houston. So uh, I know they have like roofs that they can open and stuff, but Uh, you know, there's really well. I don't even think FIFA or the World Cup wants that. They're like, no, you got to follow our FIFA rules. We want the roof closed. So, but I know there's excitement for tonight. Mexico is playing, so I know that gets a lot of buzz, especially in Texas, and of course Mexico. I think they're playing the good guys, South Korea. I think we like them. I don't know. We might not be too big of a fan of North Korea, but South Korea, good guys. So from what I understand, so um, that'll be interesting. And then United States plays tomorrow night, I believe. They play Australia, so that'll be fun. So yeah, those are probably the two teams that I mainly keep up with in the World Cup until they get down to the finals or whatever. I think France is usually always around in the finals or something like that. So that'd be that'd be fun to follow. And I think if the United States wins tomorrow, they I think they advance, or they you know yeah, I think they get to advance. If not, if they don't advance, then at least they get to keep playing. I think keep going on in the group and all that. So because I know it goes from like 48 teams down to, I guess, like 32 and 16 and 8 and all of that. And then you get the last two and all of that. So hopefully the United States can make a run. Uh, I hear more expectation for this team than I have in previous years. So it seems like people are kind of expecting them to kind of make a little, kind of hang around longer than they usually do. So
Yeah, I was wondering where the finals was going to be, and then the finals is actually going to be in New York at the Giants at MetLife Stadium.
oh really? Oh, okay, that's not too bad. It's
Yeah, I
pretty
thought it was
cool.
going to be in Dallas. I'm like, wait, it's going to be in Dallas, but then now it's going to be at MetLife. I'm like, that's going to be pretty cool. That it'll be that. But I know the semifinal, one of the semifinal games is going to be in Dallas, is what I'm understanding. So
Okay, cool deal. Yeah, I know a lot of people are gonna try to go to the, like you say, the semifinals, and uh once the like you said, once it gets closer to to the final. I know some people. I hear there's one company that they have like I think they're like locally owned or whatever, and they're like I believe they're in San Antonio or somewhere in that area, and that like they're closing down for a month, and they're gonna try to go. I think they're gonna try to go to 30 what they want to call matches. They're gonna go to 30 matches. I think in 21 days and like 3 weeks or whatever. So that's I think it's like a family of four or something like that. So it's pretty. I mean, hey, if you can afford it, it's definitely not cheap.
Exactly.
So that's cool. And so yeah, so yeah, they're gonna do that. I kind of find it strange to that. Like, okay, United States and like, okay, you played last week and you get a whole week off. I'm like, you get a whole week off, really? You need a whole week off? Okay, so, but I guess it's I don't know, but yeah, I guess it's there's so many teams, they gotta work around the teams or whatever, But so yeah, so that's happening, and we'll keep following that. I think it goes on for like a month or so, something like that.
I think till the 19th is what I'm mistaken. What I've heard.
Of next month.
July 19th.
Okay, cool deal. Good. That's good to know. I didn't know that. So yeah, that's like I said. Well, we have a whole month to follow that and get excited about that. And I know that they've been doing Los Angeles, and I think they did Arlington, Houston, Dallas, Houston, whatever you want to say. And I don't know about Boston. I think I heard about Boston, and there's some stuff going on with Scotland and Boston, and about running out of beer or something. So no surprise
They
there.
have
But
one in Kansas City also the other day.
okay, that's cool.
I think that's where Messi scored his 3 goals at.
Oh yeah, that did happen. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, yeah. I was like, okay, yeah, he's 38, and I heard people like, I didn't even know he was still playing. And I think there's
Right.
Ronaldo. His name is Ronaldo. I think he didn't score or anything like that. I believe.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's been kind of cool to keep up with it. At least hear the the mainstream news, follow it and stuff like that. Because you always got the sports channels following it and stuff like that. But you get your like your evening news to follow it or whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Exactly.
And I know I believe next week is the NBA draft, so that's something else to kind of look forward to.
Heck, supposed to have, I know, the other player in there, Cameron Carr, is supposed to be going into the draft.
Cool deal. Yeah. I think it's a week from now. I believe in a week. Yeah. I believe it might be next Thursday if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I'm not sure about the date, but it's sometime next week. We'll get back to you on that. And
They got
I
the
know
mini
they
camp.
what's that?
They got the NFL mini camps going on now, starting
Oh, yeah,
up.
yeah. No, I heard George Pickens was there. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
kind
don't
of good
think,
for that.
yeah, I don't think he got on the field. I think he's just on the sideline. I'm not sure. I might have misheard that, but
Yeah, and then
I
they
heard.
signed, and then today they signed another UFL player. They signed Denzel Mims, a former Baylor player, today as a wide receiver.
Okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know that's like like their second receiver that they brought in, I believe. And I think they brought in another one a week or so ago. So that'd be cool to see how they do the cuts and all that when the preseason comes around and the training camp and all of that. So yeah, I know they did. Was that Rico Gathers they had a few years ago? Tied in, I believe, from Baylor. That was cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. He didn't work out, but it's all
No,
right. It happens.
yeah. I mean, at least you get the opportunity. That's all you can really ask for. And then they had Terrence Williams. He did pretty good for a little bit. That was cool.
And now they got Michael Trigg, one of the as a tight end.
Yeah, Yeah. So Baylor's here recently they put out some good receivers and good tight ends. So and
And
I
then
think
I
a
think
couple.
there was a long snapper. I think his name is Ross Mastick or whatever. He played for Baylor. He just got like a good contract extension with the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we'll see how he works with that.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's always good to to follow Baylor players on the pro level and see how they shake out. So you've been following the Longhorns in the World Series, College World
Uh,
Series.
I know they got. I know they're done. I know they got beat.
Are they
I know
are they
they.
out?
Yeah, I think they're out. I think it's supposed to be Oregon and Oklahoma in the championship. I think.
Okay, 'cause I know they played. I think they started with Georgia and they lost to that game, I believe. And I think they played. I want to say Alabama and they won, I believe. And then I did. I knew there was a third game, but I didn't know how it worked out. So
Yeah,
yeah,
I think they're done. I think it's supposed to be Oregon and Oklahoma for the finals. I believe.
yeah, yeah. I know they were saying it was almost like the SEC Invitational because the SEC was guaranteed one team in because they had I think like 6 or 7 teams or something, some crazy number. But hey, that just tells you that the dominance in baseball that SEC has. So
Yep, they got a lot of SEC teams in there.
yeah, yeah. I know you had West Virginia. They were the Big 12 representative, and then you had Troy. I'm not sure where they're from, and then you had North Carolina from the ACC, and I think after that it was mostly SEC schools. So, but let's see. I, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess most people would not root for Oklahoma, especially around here. So I guess they'll be rooting for their. I think he said what Ole Miss. I think he said
think it's Oregon.
or Oregon. Okay, Oregon. Okay, that's cool. Big Ten. Okay, yeah, that'd be cool.
Let's see. I
Yeah.
can let you know. Let me look and see what we got.
All right.
World Series. It's actually going to be North Carolina. Uh-oh, lost them. Yeah, it's actually North Carolina and Oklahoma.
Okay. So it worked out. It worked
So
out.
ACC versus SEC.
Oh yeah.
I
Yeah,
actually
it's
just looked it up.
funny. Yeah, it's funny that the ACC and the Big 12, like it's kind of like the college football playoff too. Like you always get that like that one Big 12 school, that one ACC school, and then you got like Big 10 and SEC and all of that. So, but
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
yeah, you been following that Texas Tech story?
Oh, with Sorsby, yeah, not since school. I mean, they reinstated him, and now they're going to go. Now they're saying he's going to the supplemental draft.
Yeah. I think that's like something that's pretty rare that they have or that they offer. So, um, you may or may not have it again. I don't even know last time they had one. But um, it'd be interesting to follow to see who will take a chance on him. But I mean, I think whoever I mean whatever it is, I think he's gonna start as a backup anyway. So
Yeah, he'll be a
uh,
he'll be a backup for a couple years, and then after that, he'll be ready to go.
yeah, no, from what I understand, Cowboy fans are like, no, we don't want him. We don't want him. Which is rare because usually they always want a replacement.
Yeah, just give Dak some more time.
Yeah. Well, I think on that contract, I think he's got about 3 years left, I believe. So,
I think so. We'll see
yeah,
how it goes this year.
yeah. I know they brought in a couple of quarterbacks to, compete for the number 2 spot, but none of them are long term. long term solution. So yeah, they because Jerry Jones is like, well, I don't want to go out and I don't want to hurt my quarterback's feelings. If I have someone to compete, I don't want to hurt his feelings, and he's not going to play good. So we're stuck where we are. And then somehow he's gotten lucky the last two times in the draft because he got Romo and nobody really knew much about him or expected much from him, and then he got Dak, I think, in the fourth round or something like that. And so, like I said, he's kind of gotten lucky. I don't know if they're going to be able to find. I mean, I'm sure they will probably get one in the draft because um, I forgot who Milton, the guy from New England, Milton. Jerry Jones was hoping to steal him and make him their 10-year quarterback, but I don't think he worked out too well.
Yeah, I don't think he's working. I mean, he's a good quarterback, but he's not that quarterback.
Yeah, he's not going to be like in 3 years. Oh, Dak Prescott retires, and here's Joe Milton. So, um, okay, so you got Dak Prescott, you got Sam Howell, and you got Milton. I think Joe Milton.
Yeah.
I think you can only keep like two quarterbacks, and one has to go on the practice squad. So I would think Joe Milton's going to go to the practice squad because why
Yeah, I
else would
can
you
see
bring
him
in
doing
Sam
that.
Howell? Yeah, why else would you bring in Sam Howell?
Right, maybe to compete for that number two, and if Sam Howell can beat out Joe Milton will go to the practice squad.
Yeah, but I know it's funny because they have that deal where you can put them on the practice squad. I think for like a 24 hours or 48 hours, and like and then you can cut somebody later or something and make a spot for him or something. They got a weird deal about that, but if nobody comes after him, uh, I think Joe Milton will end up on the practice squad because at least Sam Howell, I think he's been a starter before, so at least he's got some it's more experience. So
Yeah, I think he started at Washington, I believe.
I believe so. Yeah, yeah, and I know he did. I think he was at North Carolina in college, so I think he did pretty. I think they had some bowl game experience and all that kind of stuff too. I'm not sure. I'm not sure much about Joe Milton's background, but I know he thought he was going to get the starting job in New England, and that didn't work out. So
And they went with Drake May.
yeah, yeah, and he was like, okay, you got Drake May, trade me. So, but yeah, I don't think the future quarterback is on the roster right now. After Dak, I don't think Sam Howell's the answer. I don't think Joe Milton's the answer. So Jerry Jones is probably going to go cheap again, and hope he's gonna hope to. I'm assuming he's going to hope to get it in the draft. So, but that's kind of what the Rams are doing. They did that with Matthew Stafford. They drafted a rookie, so I think he may have like a year or two left, and then maybe he'll start. I'm not sure, but no telling. I don't think
Yeah,
Stafford was too happy. I don't think Stafford was too happy about it, but you know,
I think Stafford. They're trying to go ahead and build Stafford's replacement up because there's
yeah,
always now that he's getting up there in age, there's that time. Is he going to go? Is he going to retire? Is he going to stay?
yeah. Well, I know
I think
they were
the
like, I know. I think they gave Stafford like a year or two, like a new deal or something. But they were like, before we give you this deal, you know, you can call other teams and see if they're going to pay you what we're going to pay you, and if not, come back to us. And he didn't find another team that was going to do that, so he came back. So
Yeah, I'm
But
pretty sure I think the Rams are in a win now mode. They want to go ahead and try to win the Super Bowl this year after they got Miles Garrett.
yeah, and I think they were the better team last year in the NFC West. But Seattle, in that playoff game, they made the fewer mistakes. So like the Rams just came up short. But really, it was that Rams defense I think that let them down. That's why they went out and, like I said, made that defense more potent. And if Aaron Donald comes back, look out. That's gonna be pretty scary.
Yeah, I know there's been talk about him coming back, but we'll see.
Yeah, I know there's been some social media videos I think about him like working out and stuff. So he's in shape. I know that.
Maybe he
But
will come back for one more run.
yeah, like okay, we're ready to win now. Let me come back. And I know probably the happiest guy in the NFC North, AFC North is Joe Burrow. He's like, oh, I don't have to deal with him for 2 games a year or whatever. he ain't gonna take my
he
head
was
off.
he was kind of scared. He was kind of scared of what he was going to have to deal with T.J. Watt, and he was going to have to deal with Max Crosby, and then but now he doesn't have
Oh,
to deal with. He just had the only one he has to deal with now is T.J. Watt.
yeah, I think that guy from Baltimore now. What's that? Hendrickson or Hendricks? He might
Oh,
have to look
Trey
out.
Hendrickson.
Yeah. He may have to. I mean, and that's like a former teammate or whatever. So he may have some bad intentions when they play.
Yeah, Trey Hendrickson going to Baltimore.
Yeah, but other than that, and I hear a lot of people complain, especially the Dallas media. They're like, the Rams are doing what the Cowboys should be doing. Like they're doing what Jerry Jones used to do back in the '90s. Like they're trying to win at all costs. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter like what the pick is or what the value is or whatever. They're trying to win now, and Jerry Jones is just trying to be like, well, we're number one in ratings. We're number one in jersey sales. That's all I'm worried about.
Well, what about winning Super Bowls?
Yeah, and hey, if we happen to win a Super Bowl, that's just icing on the cake or whatever. But it's not his number one priority.
Oh, we got five, but now we got five Super Bowls, but we want one more eventually.
Yeah, I think you put on there about New York winning it in the NBA, basketball. So I think maybe one of these days it'll be the Cowboys again.
Yeah, after 30 years, they finally 30 or 50 years, they finally win.
Yeah, yeah. 50 years since they won. I think what was it? Almost it was almost 30 years since they were in the NBA Finals. I think 27 years or something. So I think they're having the parade today or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I they were having so many like fights and stuff. There was like, oh, no chairs, no backpacks. You can't bring anything with you. It's like, get ready to stand. But yeah, I think security gonna be pretty tight about that. But yeah, like I said, yeah, I don't really, and I don't really think a whole lot's gonna change with Stephen Jones either. I just don't like. I don't think they have that urgency.
Yeah, because like I say, Steven's kind of just being like his dad. It's gonna maybe once the if I mean when something does happen to the jury, he may change, but I don't think it will. Maybe he's gonna take the grandkids as soon as the grandkids take over.
Yeah, yeah. Because like you would, because I mean, it almost like when you hear like Steven talk, it's almost like he's following like he's almost like he's almost like a shadow of Jerry, you know. So he's like not really not really showing much difference. But at least this year, we don't know what's going to happen with Washington. We don't know how Daniels will come back, how he's going to, you know, come back from the injury. And then the Giants, they're supposed to be better, but who knows about them? I know they got like 50 receivers they added, so
Yeah, got a
uh,
lot of receivers.
yeah, I think I saw like one week they had like almost like 5 to almost maybe like 10 receivers. Like, oh, Giants got a receiver. They got another receiver. Oh, another receiver. Receiver. Like, how many receivers do you need? all of
Right.
them. Give us all of them. You know. Uh, and then let's see. So we got New York. It's 50-50 on them rather or not they're a playoff team. Washington, I would say they're not a playoff team this year. I think it's gonna take another year to get back. And then Philadelphia losing AJ Brown. That's going to be interesting to see. I know they think Devontae Smith's going to step up. He's going to be the number one guy now. But um, you know, like I said, but so Dallas has a chance. They have a chance to win the division. And then once you get in the playoffs, who knows? But they got a really tough schedule, and they got to play Michael Parsons again. So he's supposed to be coming back when the Cowboys come. So.
But yeah, like I say, it's gonna be. I know Michael Parsons is weird. I was listening to a local show today. They were talking about the Michael Parsons trade from last year. That with them giving up Michael Parsons, they actually improved a little bit.
Yeah, they were able to get more uh more like for that one player they were able to get more talent for the defense, like more like I think like they got like maybe 4 or 5 new guys compared to the one guy that they had, so at least it gives them more depth on the depth chart.
Yes, like they gained a little bit with that.
Yeah, and everybody still says the Cowboys won that trade. And it's almost like with Luka Doncic from the Mavericks when he went to the Lakers. Now he's hurt, and Michael Parsons is hurt. So right now it looks like maybe the Lakers and maybe Green Bay they invested in someone that is not maybe you can't count on to stay in good shape and stuff. So maybe the Cowboys and maybe the Mavericks end up in the long run being better for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, even I mean, I would I would still be a Luca fan if he didn't go to the Lakers. Any other team but the Lakers, like cannot follow the Lakers. Just can't do it. So, but yeah, it was unfortunate he got hurt, and then Michael Parsons when he comes back, he's gonna be making a lot of noise, but he does that in September and October. But then when December and January comes around, he wears down again. He gets tired or he gets hurt or something.
Right. He just like, okay, let me do these couple months. Oh, it's September, October, November. And then as soon as December hits, oh wait, I'm done for the year.
And I know they have like in their contracts they have like incentives and stuff. Like if you get this amount of sacks or whatever, like if you're on the offense, if you get enough so many yards and all of that, you get a bonus or whatever. So Michael Parsons is like, okay, I got the sacks I needed, I got the hits I needed. I could take a break now.
Who cares about winning the Super Bowl?
Yeah. Uh, yeah, so it's gonna be fun to follow. And it's still funny that I know people are talking about. Okay, you got the NFL draft coming up, and the Mavericks don't have a coach yet. What's the deal?
Yeah, who's there going to be their coach?
Yeah, it's like they didn't have a plan when they fired Kidd, and I mean it was the right move because you had to get rid of almost everybody involved in that trade. So, but like you didn't have a. I think their plan B was that guy from San Antonio. I think his name's Sweeney, not Sweeney, or I forgot the assistant coach's name. But let me see if I can find it. But he went to Orlando, so I think they were trying. I think they were wanting to hire him, but Orlando got him. So they're like, we don't have a plan.
Back to square one.
Yeah. So it's gonna be kind of. Let's see. Yeah, nice. Sean Sweeney. Yeah, I thought I had that right, but I just wanted to make sure. um. So now that Orlando got him, they're like, we didn't have a plan. So now it's gonna be funny because like whoever the new coach is gonna be, uh, when they get there, it's like they're not gonna have any power or control over like the roster. Like whatever they draft or whoever they get, they're just gonna have to take what they get. They're not gonna have any kind of input on that. So it's kind of a strange situation.
Yeah, kind of weird. Kind of, it's like, okay, who? Oh, I'm going to come to this team, but I'm not going to have influence on who I want and who I want to pick. It's going to be like pretty
Yeah,
much like a lame duck situation.
yeah. You're just there to like for like the in game management. Like any off the court stuff. Like you don't have that. And I mean, I think that would be hard for the players to like respect the coach too. Like, okay, you weren't here when I got drafted, or you weren't here since we started training, or whatever. And I mean, it's not the coach's fault, but it's just like it's like a poorly run organization right now from the top, even from the owner to the. I mean, I know that the guy they brought in from Toronto, Nigeria or whatever his name is, like I know he's like basketball operations and stuff, but he's really like fumbled. He's fumbled the fumbled the snap there.
Yep.
So yeah, he's not making it easy for the next coach.
Yeah, hopefully they can get some coach that's going to lead them to success. Kind of like Jason. I mean, Jason Kidd did good for a while, and then after that Luca trade, and then after that, where it's like, yep, it's time to go.
Yeah, yeah, and I know a lot of his former players were like, "Yeah, you can only take so much of Jason Kidd. After a while, he wears you down."
I mean, don't trust me. I like Jason Kidd as a player, but
Oh yeah,
I couldn't get used to him as a coach.
yeah. Masai Ujiri is who Dallas brought in, and yeah, I liked him when he was with I think it was New Jersey, the Nets when he was playing, and then I
Oh
think
yeah,
he
New
came.
Jersey Nets.
I think he was in Dallas a couple of times as a player. I think he came one time and left and came again. I think, and then he was a coach. So
Yeah, pretty cool that he got to play for the organization and then coach for the organization.
yeah, I think Jason Kidd would still be there. He wanted the place in the front office, and I think they gave it to like Michael Finley, and he's like, "Well, okay, well if you're not going to give me that, then I'll just go." so, um, so right now, I'm a Victor Wembanyama fan since I don't have Luca anymore. um, but you know, he he's got a lot of growing up to do. He showed a lot of immaturity at the end of the finals, and doing all them flagrant fouls, and not talking to the media after he lost, and then not shaking the New York Knicks hands when they won it all, and yeah. So and then like I was like they could have won that last game they played, but every time they gave him the ball, he's like it was like a hot potato. I don't want it, you take it. I don't want it, you take it. Like he didn't want that physicality, and so he just gave it back out. I'm like, cause Carl Anthony Towns he fouled out of the game, and that was his biggest challenger. And I'm like, okay, now he's out of the game. Take advantage of it. Go to the basket. Dominate. But he kept kicking it. He kept passing it back, or staying outside the 3 point line. I'm like, man, you don't want to win. Like you don't want it.
Yeah,
And
it
I know he
seems like
probably,
they're a little bit too early.
yeah, yeah. I know he probably wanted to win, but he by the fourth quarter, he's just he's worn out. So and I don't know if they can like I don't think you can fix that. Like I don't think you can fix your stamina and all of that because being so big and everything. But the thing about him is that people were talking about like Patrick Ewing. He didn't do anything until he got Charles Oakley and like Dirk Nowitzki. He only won his championship when they brought in Tyson Chandler because like you got to have, and then like you had David Robinson, and he didn't win anything until you got Tim Duncan. So like you got to have like a Batman and Robin kind of thing. You got to have that other post player that will help you out when you're in foul trouble or when you're on the bench or uh when like okay they're like if the other team's getting too physical with my guy, the other big guys got to go in there and get step up and say, hey, you better get off him, and so yeah, so San Antonio's going to have to go and get another big man to play, and I don't know if that's going to be in the draft. I don't know if it's going to be a free agent or a trade or whatever, but they're going to have to do something. I heard some rumors that De'Aaron Fox is on the trade market, maybe to the Mavericks, but I don't think that's going to happen. That because they're paying him so much money, and like I like Cooper Flag with Dallas, but he's no Luca. Like he's no Luca.
Right. They're gonna have to give Cooper Flag some more help.
And I know because like Luca was like a Dirk Nowitzki 2.0. He was like they drafted him, they brought him in. Dirk Nowitzki took him under his wing and everything. And so like to lose him, like to lose a guy that you were gonna have for 10 years, it's gonna take a while to get for them to rebuild, and maybe like in 5 years or whenever they're supposed to move, maybe the fans they lost, I don't know if they'll come back, but maybe they can get some new fans wherever maybe wherever they're going to, So
Yeah, we'll see how they go with that. That'd be kind of like I say, if they move, maybe the like you said, maybe those fans that met up in the North Dallas area will become fans of the team.
yeah, yeah, and I think maybe how it's like sometimes you have a player in a bad situation, like they don't get along with the coach, they don't get along with their teammates or anything. Kind of like an AJ Brown, all you need is like a new team and things can change around and you can show your full ability, and all of that. I think that's maybe what the Mavericks need. They just need to get out of that arena and go somewhere else and kind of rebuild that thing.
Right.
I think Dirk Nowitzki. I think he was uh, he was pretty angry, I believe. uh, so I think he was more or less staying away from the team. But I think now that they're making changes or whatever, I think he's getting where he's getting closer to coming back around. So maybe as long as if Dirk Nowitzki is on board with what the Mavericks are doing, then I think you can get some of the fans back. But if you lose Dirk, you lose the fans.
Right.
Yeah. So well, fortunately, I don't believe there's a lot of things going on locally right now outside. So tonight or uh,
I know
uh,
the baseball team, the Waco Woolly Rangers. I think they're playing in West tonight. I believe.
well, that's cool.
I think they're
They'll
playing
have
at 7. I believe tonight in West High School at West High School.
to do. You gonna you gonna make it out there?
Nah, probably not. Probably stay home tonight and just chill out.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Yeah,
With
but
it
they're
being
gonna
so hot
definitely have.
outside.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. Yeah, they're gonna have to definitely in the stands and in the bullpen. I don't know. I could be
Yeah,
wrong. I
bullpen.
don't know. Yeah, I, not always the sharpest on my terminology sometimes, but yeah, they're definitely have to keep that them water bottles flowing. You know.
Exactly.
I think last time we talked on the show we I was talking about the team from San Antonio. I think they're in the same league, I believe. They're the San Antonio River Monsters.
Mhm.
So San Antonio River Monsters. Um, maybe we can get somebody from San Antonio or from Waco to come on and talk with us. You know, that'd be kind of cool.
Yeah, that's all. I'll have to see what I can do on that one. 'Cause I
Yeah,
know the head coach for that team. Maybe they can
you
come
do
on and
cool.
have a chat with us.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, if we can get somebody from the Waco team, if that'd be awesome. And if not, I can always try to reach out to the guys in San Antonio and see if they would talk about it. You know, um, like I said, I think it's because from what I understand, it's like college players or something that they're like a minor league kind of thing.
I think so. It's like that's what I think it is. Like they're trying to move up to the next level.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's almost kind of like it sounds like almost like what the football does in the spring with the XFL, UFL, whatever it is now. It kind of sounds like
Hmm.
that, you know. But yeah, if we can get somebody to come and chat with us, that would be cool. I can, you can see what you can do on that end, and I can see what I can do on my end, and see if we can get someone to chat with us. That'd be kind of cool. So
There we go.
yeah. Uh, okay. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about all. But like I
That's
said,
all I can think of today going on in the sports world.
yeah, yeah, and just try and take it easy out there, and stay out of the heat if you can. I'm in the studio, and it's it's not cool in here. I
Yeah, it's
didn't
kind of warm.
didn't have a chance to prep and like cool it down or get the fan on it or anything. So I mean, I got a little ceiling fan, but it's not not doing the job. But
Right.
yeah. So I think um okay, for today I think that's all we're gonna have for you. And we'll try and I think a lot of people are taking tomorrow off. Um, Not everybody, but a lot of people. I think it's I want to say it's a government holiday now, Juneteenth. So
think so.
uh, so we'll go ahead and I want to as a show. I think we want to wish everybody a happy Juneteenth and a happy early Father's Day, happy early Juneteenth and all of that. So enjoy that. Enjoy your weekend. I don't think we're getting like mail service tomorrow or anything like that. So if you're looking for mail tomorrow, I don't think you're gonna get it. So, but okay. Well, thank you, and I'll I'll get with you and see when the next show is gonna be. Hopefully Monday, maybe Tuesday. We'll go from there. So,
Exactly. See what we can come up with.
all right, sounds good. Appreciate it. Have a good one.
You too.
Later. Bye.
Later.
Okay, and that's gonna do it for Radio Ralph and Friends. Want to thank Brandon Stone for joining me, and just want to encourage you to follow along on YouTube at Ralph Groot Media. Also follow along on Facebook and Instagram and TikTok and all of that. So for now, that's gonna do it for this sports edition, and we will catch you next time.
Once upon a time, not that long ago, everyone would gather round their transistor